The Auburn Tigers do it. The Auburn Tigers find a way. They take down the Tennessee Vols 53-51. Thank you so much for making Locked On Auburn your first listen every single day. I'm your host, Zach Blackerby. Ben Taylor of the Auburn Network hanging out with us as we react to this instant classic, this incredible thriller, one of the most unwatchable games I've ever seen. But who cares? Who cares, Ben? In a game where Auburn was abysmal from behind the arc, the moment we will remember from this game is Miles Kelly from the corner, sinking it to give them the go-ahead lead. Oh, my goodness.
Zach, I really hate Tennessee.
Let's go.
I really love Auburn winning, and that's exactly what happened tonight.
That was incredible. Incredible.
Let's go.
Ooh. I mean, there's so many different ways to go here.
Are you good? Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm great. I'm great. Incredible stuff. Miles Kelly, though. I mean, a dude who was ice cold, but played his heart out on defense and was so effective. He just couldn't get. Then he finally makes his first shot of the night. With 5-6 minutes left to go, it might have been more than that. And then I don't know. You just kind of had a feeling when it left his hand. It's like, oh, we're about to take the lead with just seconds left to go. Oh, you didn't feel that. You didn't feel that.
As soon as it dropped, I was like, oh my goodness, we just won the ball game. We legit just won the ball game.
Oh my goodness.
And then after that, it was all about free throws and who does what and blah, blah, blah. But as soon as he hit it, I was like, Miles Kelly, I love you so much. And here we are.
Yeah, I'm in a hotel room and I'm just screaming, Miles Kelly, Miles Kelly, Miles Kelly. I'm getting people that are texting me all caps. Miles Kelly, Miles Kelly. What a freaking game. What a freaking game. In reality, the game was awful. Like, the game was so unwatchable, but it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter because the Auburn Tigers found a way. And that's all that really matters. And that's what this team is, right? Like, isn't that like what this team is? I mean, we saw them do this. We saw them do this against South Carolina to open conference play. We saw them do this on the road at Georgia last Saturday. Like, this team has found different ways to win. Yeah. With Janai, without Janai, playing great defense. Tonight was a total you-know-what show. I mean, and we'll talk about the officiating in a second. They don't deserve the first few minutes of this show. We're going to talk about it. But right now, let's give credit to Auburn and what they did in key moments down the stretch here. But, man, like, this team, you and I did a show recently. It may have been Georgia. The last show that you and I did reacting, like, this is what great teams do. This is what great teams do. And for whatever reason, Ben, even though Tennessee had full control of the momentum when Auburn was down 4 with a few minutes left to go, there's just something about this team where you're like, I kind of think they're going to win this. I kind of think somehow we're going to pull it out. And we did.
A way to win. And they did. They do it each and every weekend. They find a way to win. And that's the thing is, people go, oh, well, they're not great. They don't do this great. They don't do this great. They
win.
They win. That's all it is. Just win. That's all it is. Just win. Zach.
Oh, my goodness.
Miles Kelly.
Miles freaking Kelly.
Miles Kelly. Please.
I mean, there's nothing else to say.
Please come hang out with me and Zach. We'll listen. We'll buy whatever it is. I'm telling you. Listen, when they threw it out to him and he drains that 3.
Yeah.
And I'm sitting there going, we just won the game. Because of all that took place, all previous, all post, whatever, as soon as it hit, I'm sitting there going, I just want to buy you cheesecake. Please.
Yeah.
Let me buy you
whatever
cheesecake.
You want. Yeah.
exactly.
Tell me what NIL deal you want. We'll make it happen, my guy. We'll make it happen, my guy. Ben,
Zach, I'm sorry because the reason I'm weird about this is because this was supposed to be the team that beat Auburn. This was supposed to be the team that took Auburn and said, "No, you're not worth what you are." And then Auburn brings out a guy, Janai Broome, limping all over the place. A freshman,
a warrior.
Point guard. Nobody's hitting threes. Everything that could go wrong with Auburn went wrong, and they still won the ball game. Holy moly.
Yeah, I mean, let's look at this in perspective here.
Miles Kelly.
Janai Broome was exceptional, right? I mean, all things considered, 16 points on an ankle that, like, he's clearly not 100%.
No.
Little shocked he played. When I heard he was playing, I'm like, oh, he must be fine. Like, he didn't look 100%. And so I'm a little surprised that they played him. But, I mean, there was a narrative saying, like, Auburn can beat Tennessee tonight without Janai Broome. That's false. That is false. If Janai Broome would not have played tonight, this game is not close, and it's sadly in Tennessee's favor. But 7 of 19, which isn't great, but a lot of that had to do with him getting rebounds around the rim, and there were possessions where he was shooting it 2 or 3 times or whatever, which is fine, whatever. 13 rebounds, a double-double. But this is what's amazing to me, is Auburn found a way to beat the number 6 team in the country, with Denver Jones going 0 of 8, Chad Baker-Mazar going 0 of 5, Miles Kelly going 2 of 8. Oh, my goodness, those 2 were huge. Dylan scored 4 points. Tahad went 3 of 9. And, I mean, it's just like the worst case scenario for Auburn. Eric Kane, host of Locked On Vols, we did a crossover show that we posted yesterday afternoon. And his recipe for how Tennessee was to pull the upset was everything that just happened. Make it as ugly as possible. Make it physical. Hope certain guys foul out. And boy, this was Rick Barnes's game plan. And they executed. Just somehow Auburn won the basketball game.
Jay Billis said the same thing during the game. Jay Billis said, this is the worst thing that could happen for both teams. He said, I don't know who's going to win because they're trying to ugly it up as much as possible. And it was, it was so bad. But, hey, Miles.
Miles Kelly.
I love him.
Miles Kelly.
I love Miles Kelly so much.
Oh, my goodness.
Hey, Miles Kelly right now could say, hey, can I take your daughter to the prom? Yes, you can. Yes, you can.
Oh, my goodness.
Golly.
What a stinking game.
I know. It was so fun. Now, let's get into the fifth
No,
game.
the last second was fun. The game was miserable. That was like,
right.
I mean, that was I was texting with Eric, and like Tennessee folks are saying the same thing, right? Assuming he represents the entire Tennessee fan base, Locked On Vols host. I'm like, how do you think this is being called? And it's
he doesn't. Like, they hate it. They hate us, Zach. They hate us. Okay.
Well, I'm just saying the whole aspect of how the officiating, like how the game was being called. And it's like, this is the biggest game of the SEC so far this season. This is one of the biggest basketball games so far this season. Yep. It's the biggest of the day. That's why game day was here.
Yep.
And the refs wouldn't let them play. And I'm fine with it being physical. And I'm fine with there being a quick whistle. But you can't change it minute by minute on how you're going to call a game. You can't do it. And that's exactly what we saw tonight. And I want to jump more into that in just a second, Ben. That's next. And we'll talk more about Miles Kelly. 100%. Next, right here on Locked On Auburn. Today's show brought to you by our friends at Game Time. Game Time's the best place to buy tickets.
Yes.
Ben, can you imagine buying tickets anywhere other than Game Time?
Nope.
Nope, you can't. You can't. Nope. Why would you want to? Why would you want to? Game Time, you can see the view from your seat. They've got the price match guarantee. There's so many reasons to buy tickets from Game Time. You can take the guesswork out of buying tickets with Game Time. Download the Game Time app, create an account, use code Locked On College for $20 off your first purchase. Again, redeem code Locked On College for $20 off when you make that free account. Download Game Time today. Ben, what time is it?
Game.
Yes. Thank you so much for making Locked On Auburn your first listen every single day and coming here as we react live after every single Auburn basketball game. The SEC, like we say this all the time, but the SEC can't have their premier games look like this to the point where like they weren't even protecting the student athletes at this point. I mean, Chris Moore's laying on the ground rolling, and he's like the toughest dude in the conference. You can say what you want, like as far as a scorer and a basketball player, you can say whatever you want about Chris Moore. I don't care. I think he's better than most of y'all give him credit for, but whatever. I don't care. You can't question that dude's toughness. That dude will mess you up. Yep. And like that dude's rolling around on the floor, and it's like the inconsistencies of calls and the inconsistencies of when they're like trying to protect the players and when they want to let them go. I mean, it was abysmal. It was absolutely abysmal officiating tonight.
Call it both ways. I'm fine if it's bad both ways. Just call it both ways. And they didn't. Touch fouls here, touch fouls there.
People in chat are saying Chris Moore got hit by his own guy. I missed that. So if that's the case on me, I still think the case stands that it was not well called tonight.
I'm real upset about this. No, don't tell me Chris Moore got hit by the same guy. Don't tell me, because here's the thing: is Janai comes in, he can't do what Janai does. Okay,
no one can. No one in college basketball can.
No, nobody can. But on the other end, he's touching guys and they're calling fouls. So stop with Doug Schals. Oh, golly. There's a few guys. Doug Schals, one of the guys, Showtime Schals. I say he loves to show himself up and be up there where everybody can see what he is, Showtime Schals. And that's why he's called what he is. And he showed that tonight. And just
once again, we shouldn't know the names of referees. We shouldn't know who referees are.
Not just know what they are, Zach. We probably shouldn't know their history. We probably should not know what they've done in the past. Showtime Schals has been reffing since I was in college in the late 90s. He's not good.
Right.
He continues to show everybody up, and he did that tonight, and he was on the crew tonight. So
I mean, okay, I think we all agree. I think we all agree on the officiating. So let's talk about the Hod Pettiford. The drive, I think he missed it, but then he got the offensive rebound, and him staying in bounds under the basket to get the ball back out was one of the more impressive things I've ever seen. Athletically and just from a balance standpoint, like, goodness gracious, that kid is so special.
He's a guy. Bruce, I love you. You should have played Todd Pettiford more tonight than what you did. Todd is a big game guy, and anytime there's anything on the line, he's the guy to put out there. And golly, he performs so much. Zach, I'd like to get him more shots. I would like to get him more open from the wing, from the top, from even from the side. I mean, Tahad is the guy that can really kind of kill.
Oh, I agree with you. I mean, down there late when it's like, okay, we've only got a few more possessions to win this basketball game. And I'm thinking I either want 0 shooting it or 4. And then Miles Kelly says, what about me? And I said, I'm so sorry, Miles Kelly, that I would not have put you in that list. But thank goodness you did that. But I did feel more comfortable with Tahad. And I mean, the way he moved his body under the basket when he was attacking the rim down late, I mean, it was great. I mean, we kind of think of him as a sharpshooter, but it's like that guy, he can do it all. He can do it
So
all.
let me ask you this. At the end, I know it went out to Miles. How much were you pulling for Tahad to do something?
I thought it was going to be Tahad.
Okay.
You know, I told you when we were down 4, I felt like we were going to win still. There's just something about this team that's like, okay, they're going to find a way to do this. I thought it was going to be Tahad when I was kind of thinking, okay, how are we going to claw this out? It's going to be Tahad and Janai. That was my gut. And I mean, Tahad certainly had an impact on it, but it was Miles with the go-ahead, obviously. But I'm with you. I do think you need to find a way to get Tahad more minutes. You know, he's got to work on the fouling. He only had 2 personal fouls tonight, but he only played 14 minutes. No, I lied. 2 fouls in 14 minutes. And so it's like, I don't know. I agree with you. There's more room for Tahad for sure.
But so they did game day today, and they talked Tahad, they talked Janai, they talked whatever. They were big on Tahad. This dude has got to be the guy you go to at the end of the day. You know what I mean? I mean, he's got to be the guy that, hey, bring it across.
I mean, they kind of did, though. I mean, it was him.
They totally did.
Okay.
But that's my thing is, at the end of the day, now, don't get me wrong. Who are we saying?
Miles Kelly.
There you go.
Miles freaking Kelly, baby.
We want him, Miles freaking Kelly. But Tahad, I'm like, please just let him have the ball in his hands.
Yeah.
Give him the ball.
Incredible stuff. Somebody had a stat up here. I'm assuming this is true. Aiden WDE stat. Auburn is the 3rd team in AP history to win 3 straight regular season games versus ranked opponents as the AP number 1 team.
Well,
wonder how many opportunities people have had to do that. I mean, that's a pretty unique thing to play a schedule so tough where you are number 1 and then you play 3 ranked teams in a row. Like, I wonder how many opportunities that's pretty unique. It's pretty crazy, actually. So all in all,
sorry, reading the comments.
You're good. No, they'll draw you in for sure.
I see the ones that they're talking about different stats and different, I don't know, different, shots on, and I'm sitting there going, yeah, a freshman. Yeah. I mean, goodness gracious alive. I mean, Todd Pettiford and Miles Kelly. Zach, here's the thing, is going down the stretch, because my dad asked me this. Okay. When because he's a former coach, by the way, those that are asking, he asked, well, when it gets time to get to the nut cutting and they get to the tournament, what do you want to do? What are you looking for? And I'm like, yeah, I mean, we got a freshman, we got a bunch of seniors. He goes, see, that's the thing. You got everything imaginable. You got your guys that have been there before. You got your guys that are new. Like right now, Auburn is in a great position, beating teams like Tennessee, beating teams that are like Mississippi State, beating teams like South Carolina. I know South Carolina has an over, but still, they have not lost any game by less than 10 points. Like, Zach, this team is a team that has made an opportunity to be really good in the tournament, and they got a lot to look out for.
Yeah. All right, so who is your MVP tonight? Dropping it in the live chat. Oh. You can say Miles Kelly because of the 3.
No.
But to me, it's still Janai Broome. No? Who do you think it is then?
You're going to be mad at me.
No, I won't be mad at you, but I am curious if it's not one of those two guys. I'm curious for your case.
Denver Jones defensively.
He was good defensively.
Yep. Denver Jones defensively. At the end, when it came down to getting a stop, we needed him, and he
as
did.
Player of the game though. You thought his defense was more impactful than like what Janai did?
From start to finish, yes. From the beginning to the end, yes.
All right. Okay.
But that's why. Listen, that's why we throw that out there and let the people decide.
I'm all for it. I'm all for it.
Are they mad at
you? All right, let's. I doubt anybody's mad at anybody tonight. If you're pulling for Auburn, I don't know how you can be mad at anybody other than maybe the officials. All right, let's look ahead.
Looking at the chats, yeah, they're mad at me.
Okay, don't look at the chat. It's all right. All right, looking at the next 5 here. What will Auburn's record be over the next 5 games? So they go to LSU.
I hate that you do this, Zach. I hate this.
You hate it? All right.
Yeah, I do. I hate this.
Well, we're gonna do it anyway. So we go to LSU on Wednesday. Next Saturday, we're at Ole Miss. Following Tuesday, we host Oklahoma. Then in the following Saturday, we host Florida. Then we go to Vandy, which Vandy is cooking right now.
Yes, they are.
They are absolutely cooking with gas right now. I've said it the last few times we've done this. I can't pick against this team. I'm saying 5-0. I think Auburn goes 5-0 in that stretch. Once again, I always add the caveat that I think the most likely scenario is 4-1, but give me 5-0 over the next 5. I'm not picking against this team because if they were going to lose, they would have lost tonight. I mean, once again, Auburn beat the number 6 team in college basketball with Denver going 0 for 8 from the floor, 0 for 5 from 3. Chad Baker Mazara going 0 for 5 from the floor, 0 for 2 from 3. Miles went 2 of 8 from the floor, and once again, those 2 were huge. Tahad went 3 of 9 from the floor, 0 for 4 from 3. I mean, this was like worst case scenario type stuff, and they beat the number 6 team in college basketball. I can't pick against this team, Ben.
That is awesome that he led with all of that right there, because out of the next 5, I say 3-2.
Why?
I say 3-2 because I think Vandy is strong right now. Florida's strong right now. I say 3-2 right now. If we can go 3-2, I am so happy right now.
Interesting. Yeah, I think you can make the case. I'm looking ahead real quick.
Oh, you're so mad with me right now, aren't you?
No, I'm not mad at you. I think you could argue this is the easiest or most manageable 5-game stretch for the remainder of the season.
With Florida and Vandy on there?
I mean, yes. I mean, you got Florida at home, which I do think is helpful. And then I also am kind of curious to see how long the Vandy train runs. I mean, that's 2.5 weeks till we go there. They're going to be even the same same team.
It's the being there that's the problem. That's my issue.
So it's such a weird floor too.
I know.
Yeah, I get it.
It's the being there. And so, yeah, 3-2. I go 3-2 over the next 5, which is fine. I think Auburn maintains a top 5. You know what I mean? They're going to be top 5 at 3-2.
Yeah. We'll see. We'll see. I think 5-0 or 4-1. We'll see. I hope you're wrong. But I think at Ole Miss is tough. I think at Ole Miss is tougher than at Vandy. So we'll you don't think so?
I think Ole Miss is overrated.
Yeah, I'm cool with that.
Shouldn't have said that. Sorry.
You can say whatever you want. All right, Miles Kelly. I mean, let's just spend another second on this. I mean, what just an incredible play, incredible moment in an event where it was kind of like the pivotal like recruiting weekend of junior day. And this was like, it was all kind of built around Auburn and Tennessee, and all the recruits were there, and they saw some of the guys that are older than them that, are officially Auburn Tigers be, celebrated and greeted during one of the timeouts. Like, I just think everything about tonight, obviously great for Auburn basketball, but this will have an impact with Auburn football recruiting as well. I mean, it was just what a moment.
Sorry, reading the comments.
Don't read them.
No, I got to. 3-2. You're an idiot. No, it's 3-2. It's 3-2.
All right. No, let's talk about Miles Kelly though for a second and how big this was for Auburn football recruiting too.
Well, look, junior day coming in. Look, I get it. Junior day coming in. Zach, you and I have talked about this on my show. So how big is this for the guys that come in to see something like this, plus to see the facilities, to see what's going on, blah, blah, blah. I mean, how much of that when they come in, they're like, oh my goodness, I've got to sign here.
Yeah. All right. Miles Kelly, what a moment. What a moment. Incredible stuff. Hey, please like the video. Please like the stream. If you're listening on audio, please leave us a review. Really helps out the show a ton. Ben, how can people check out everything that you've got going on?
Oh, check it out online, aunetwork.com. Click on the link. You can see underneath that you look at you. What are you doing?
I'm cheering you on.
No, you're not.
Yes, I am.
Go to aunetwork.com. Click on the link.
Yep.
News Talk WNI. You can click on it and you can find me wherever you get your podcast.
Yes, that's right. Thank you so much, guys. We'll be back on Monday. Once again, like the video. Please subscribe. We'll see you next time. This has been Locked On Auburn.